Show everybody. I think this weekend I'm going to go get my hair cut. But I also think that you guys probably don't care about that, and you're probably wondering why I'm telling you that I'm going to get my hair cut, or maybe you're wondering what kind of way I'm going to get my hair cut. Probably not the latter, but the good important part is that you're paying attention. One of the most important things you can do when starting a speech is grab the audience's attention. What makes a speech good? Organization of the speech, coherence, techniques, and transitions, and the power of three. These are a few things that I'll talk about shortly, but to do that, I'm going to reference the Obama's Interfaith Prayer Service that followed the Boston Marathon bombings that took place in 2013. First off, there's the organization of the speech, the body of the speech. There are a few different options. You can do problem, cause, solution, problem, action, result, compare, contrast, and summary. But Obama used past, present, future, in my opinion, for his speech. For the past, Obama wrote, "On Monday morning, the sun rose over Boston. The sunlight glistened off the State House dome. In the common and the public garden, spring was in bloom." Obama then moves on to the present of his speech. Well, he continued with the past for a little bit, talking about things before the Boston bombing and how it was before the bombings took place. And then he moves on to the present and says, "And then, in an instant, the day's beauty was shattered. A celebration became a tragedy." His speech his body of the speech uses both the past and the present. For the past, he references a few times him and Michelle's history with Boston. And for the present, he references the many people who passed away from the bombing and also the many people who are currently working on recovering from all the injuries from the tragedy that day. For the future of the speech, Obama is discussing the future for Boston. He writes, "And then this time next year, on the third Monday in April, the world will return to this great American city to run harder than ever and to cheer even louder for the 118th Boston Marathon. Bet on it. Tomorrow the sun will rise over Boston. Tomorrow the sun will rise over this country that we love, this special place, this state of grace." Why is this such a great organization? When you use past, present, and future, it's easy to tell a story. It helps keep your audience engaged, and it helps relate the story to the audience, which is another important part of a speech. You want to make the audience feel what you're trying to convey. What else is important in a speech? Transitioning through your speech and using coherence techniques. What are coherence techniques and transitions? Transition sentences help bind different portions of writing together, while coherence techniques bind sentences together. Some examples that we can look at are when Obama writes, "Our prayers are with the injured. We will all be with you as you learn to stand and walk and, yes, run again. Of that I have no doubt. You will run again, you will run again," because that's what people of Boston are made of. There are coherence techniques here. Repeating the phrase, "you will run again," is an example, and also using the pronoun, like when he says, "because that's what the people of Boston do." Both of these help the ideas of the speech to keep flowing and to keep from sounding chunky. Then there's power of three. What is the power of three? Well, we can also look at something Obama uses in his speech. It's used for emphasis to make a point. It requires a lot of conviction, which is really important when you convey emotion, and it's very effective to add emotion. For Obama, he says, that's why a bomb can't beat us. That's why we don't hunker down. That's why we don't cower in fear. We carry on, we race, we strive, we build, and we work, and we love. And we raise our kids to do the same. But yes, that's two examples you might have noticed. One, when he repeats, "that's why, that's why, that's why," and another when he says, "we do this, and we do this." So overall, we know organization of the speech makes a speech good, transition and coherence techniques make a speech good, and using power of three, which adds a lot of emotion if you use conviction properly. So you may not have wondered to know why I was getting my hair cut, and you may have wanted to know why, but it's very important to get your audience involved in the speech and get their attention, because that way you know that they're listening to what you're going to say. And thank you very much.